Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Christian Productions. I am your host, Dante. Now, today I want to talk about something very important. Kind of. I recently stumbled across this company on Instagram, as most of us musicians do online. And this wasn't just like an underground guitar builder. This is a string builder. It's very interesting. Now, off the top of my head, I'm not sure how many subscribers, not subscribers. Sorry, I just finished watching your stream, huh? Anyway, I'm not sure how many followers this company has, so I'll leave it right here. I'll also leave their Instagram in the description box below, along with their website, so you guys can go check this out if you guys are interested. But it's a string company called the String Source. Thing that's very unique about these strings is they're not your factory. You're not your default strings, like ones you could walk in a Guitar Center or walk into your mom and pop store and you just see your strings right there. These are very, very unique because these are like these, I guess you can call them optimized tension, which means all the tension across all the strings are as equal as can be. So there's none like the higher strings aren't super tight, or the bottom strings are super loose, or vice versa. Or the thick strings are super tight, but the top strings are all the super like loose and whatnot. So they're all the same exact tension. Because if you know with normal strings, some of the tension balances between any given strings might be a little different. Like say you're using an 11 to 52 set. The top strings maybe, and you're playing E flat standard. The top strings may just feel a little tight, while the bottom strings may feel a little loose. But with this company is, you choose your tuning. So say example E flat standard, but instead of being an 11 to 52 or an 11 to 48 set, 11 to 50 set, whatever, these are optimized for your exact tuning that you're choosing. And that's exactly why I wanted to try these strings out, to see how good, if they actually live up to the hype that people say they do, or what they're claiming to do. Now I got two different sets here, because for my two different guitars, I have two guitars. I play them in different tunings. I play in drop C and drop B flat / drop A sharp. So that's what these ones are. This is the drop C set here and the drop B flat set. I say B flat, some people say A sharp. Doesn't matter, and harmonic tones. So anyway, what I like about these strings is the packaging they come in. It's a plastic wrap around it. I'll put some B-roll of it right now so you can get a better close up. But it's like a plastic, encasing with another envelope on it, and on the inside it seems like each string has its own individual thing. But also on the back of the packages, more B-roll coming up too. It gives you the gauges and what tunings you can do. For example, the Emerald 6 set, which is a set of 11s. If it's a standard, a standard set of 11s, it would be 11, 15, 19, 30, 40, and 54. But then you can go anywhere from E flat standard to C standard. But then if you have the drop tune set, which means if you're someone who plays in drop, like me, who plays in drop tunings, you can go ahead and select the drop tuning, and it removes the 54 and replaces it with the 60. So you can go anywhere from E flat standard, to drop C sharp, to drop C, to drop B, to drop A sharp. And those are the 4 different tunings that you use. Each is a slightly different tension. It gives you the tension on the back, which is really nice. And the other one I have is the Black Pearl 6, and this is also the drop set because of my drop tuning. Gauges run 13, 17, 24 wound, 32, 44, and 70. But if it's just a standard non-drop, it's a 16 and replace for that 70. You can go from anywhere from drop B to drop, I guess, G sharp, and with the standard tuning equivalent of those. That's just a little bit about those companies. Obviously these aren't the only two gauges they have. You can go anywhere from like a set of 9.5s to set of 13s for your 6 strings. Then they have 7 string, 8 string, 7 string fan fret, 8 string fan fret, and you also have different like scale lengths for them. You have a 25.5 inch 7 string, 25.5 inch 6 string, 25.5 inch 8 string, 27 inch for both 7 and 8, And then you also have a 8 string for 28-inch scale. So it gets pretty. They get pretty specific, which is really cool. So, and I heard me talk about this company. I just want to talk about them a little bit. Also, when I ordered these about 2 days ago ish, like around Wednesday night, maybe Thursday morning, and it's currently Saturday. These came in on Friday. That's 3 days. It's 3 days. So that's insane. The shipping was fast, at least for me. So it may be different from person to person. So take that with a grain of salt. Shipping was great though. Anyway, enough of me rambling. I'm gonna go ahead, take off all the strings from both my guitars, and give them a setup, wipe them down, give them a setup, intonate everything, adjust everything if I need to. Go ahead and try these strings out. But before I do, for anyone who's wondering what guitars I will be using, these are the 2 guitars I'll be using to test these strings out. First one I have is my Schecter Hellraiser Hybrid C1. It's the hardtail version. I currently have a custom set from another company, which is 11 and a half on top and the 64 on the bottom. So I'm going a little lighter with this. With the drop C. This is my drop C, so it's a little bit lighter. Again, this is my drop C, so going a touch lighter for everything. And for my drop B flat / A sharp is my somewhat modified, I guess you can call it heavily modified, but I haven't modified as much. But it's a modified Fender Starcaster Strat. This is for my drop, B flat, and I have a 13 to 74 set in B flat. So also I'm going a little bit lighter, at least on the, I guess from the wound third down, everything's gonna be lighter. Actually, I guess from there down is gonna be lighter, because I have an 18, 28, 34, 36, 50, 74. So everything's going a little bit lighter for both of these. So these are both the guitars I will be using. So after I go ahead and set these up, get them cleaned down and whatnot with the new strings on, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you guys about how they feel, at least to me, and how they sound acoustically. I'm not gonna go through my amp just because I don't want to do that, but I'll let you guys know kind of what they sound like acoustically. Actually, I might go ahead and just go through my amp, but I'm not gonna record it before like old strings versus new strings. I'm gonna do the new strings and I'll let you guys know what they sound like. So take my word for it. Also, if you guys may have to take a grain of salt with sound-wise through an amp, because I'm not doing A/B comparison, or I might, but I don't know. Anyway, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot my A/B comparison. I'm gonna go ahead and get these guys set up. Okay, so I got both the guitars strung up with it. The first clip you heard of the comparison was the other brand of strings, and then the second clip were with the string source strings. Honestly, just playing with them now, it's a little bit of a key there, but anyway, they feel really nice. They're pretty easy to bend. It's probably honestly just because of the smaller gauges. They're all thinner, so the gauges feel just a lot lighter and a lot more bendy, I guess you can say. Both guitars still need to set up and intonation and everything like that, so I'll go ahead and do that once I have time, but just, I guess my initial impressions. just that they feel really good, I guess. Yeah, they feel pretty nice. Yeah, so these are really nice strings. I really like them. Only complaint I have about the 11 to 60 set, about their drop set, the Emerald set, right? The Emerald 6 set, is I do wish this 19 was wound. But that's just me personally, like wound thirds, that's just me. This is personal preference, but you know, the 19 fits well, what they can do. This is just, for me as a consumer, kind of what I would like to see for the Emerald set. Is a wound third, bump it up to a 22, make it a wound 22. I know that 22 sounds kind of big, but when you make a string wound, for some reason it becomes just a little bit looser. I've had like a wound 20 before. I had a similar set, a similar 11 to 60 set. It was 11 to 62 custom set. I had a round 20. That 20 felt so light compared to an unround 20. So that's why I went to 22 and the tension was back, but I would just like to see a wound third. Again, just me personally. I really like these strings, but these are just my initial impressions. I'll probably do a part 2 of this and do like a week after I've had time to play with them around for a little bit. After I've had time to set it up, I'll do a part 2. But right now, I really like these strings. Yeah, so that's just kind of my 2 cents right now. Really like them. Feel nice. So if you guys want to check these guys out, definitely check the description box below for both their website and their Instagram. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys want to see more videos like this, you know, go ahead, feel free to hit the subscribe button over here. Make sure to hit the bell notification. Also, make sure to hit the like button here. Don't hit the dislike, hit the like. Make sure to like, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Stream Source.